Is there any explanation for this right here? I mean, you can go all over the world and not see nothing as bad as this right here.
Hey, Caddy Beast from Phoenix, Arizona, and you're watching Hot Facts with my boy Robert Reese.
People, check this out. So I'm sitting here about to get this order, and they're doing the batches and the drops right now. 4 cars are just here. We got my other gentleman over there waiting, the older dude. He's about to come pull on up, but we are all the first drivers here getting these orders. Mine is $17 for, I think it said, I'll go back and check. I think it said like $17 for 5 miles. Let me see if I can get this driver's attention. Yo. Now check this out. Look, I'm Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I'm doing a thing on my YouTube channel right now, and I do the thing for drivers, right? So I got my Del Taco right here. Went and got my bean and cheese burrito for $1.49. Got double chicken, so it came out to $4.40. So I came out, went in there. I do it every single morning there. I'm sitting there because I know right when they did the drop, you, me, and this car right here, instantly I was back there saying, normally I was like, nah. I was like, I want to get number 3, but I didn't want to do it while I was driving up. I was like, okay, it's a 3 cars. The other car pulled in. The old dude in that red car there. Now, let me ask you this, because I try to teach people that there's something called pitch and orders. Did you accept the first one you got?
Yeah, it was the first one.
First one you got. Okay,
Well, I got a McDonald's one just down there on Day Street.
Crazy. I did a McDonald's order on the one on Alessandro. Did that. Then I had 30 minutes on DoorDash. So I did one order on DoorDash, then came here. But my rule is first one you get, the first one you take, because that could be the one to lead to something great.
Yeah, it's like a surge. Now it gives you that surge.
It gives you that surge and all that. So right now I'm doing $17.09 for 2 orders, 5 miles. Okay, what you got?
I got a 16 for 6 miles.
16 for 6?
Yeah, down that way.
Oh, you getting it in and check. Yeah. How many apps you working with?
I just do Uber right now, bro. I try to do DoorDash, but the last time I tried to make my account, I fucked it up because I had tried to make it like a couple years back, and I used the same number.
So they kind of just blocked you out a little bit. Hey, but Uber, you get paid right, because now we got the GoPuff account also. The GoPuff drivers are mad because they can't switch where they their territory now. So now it's like how the Walmart orders, DoorDash used to have the account. Now Uber has the account. So we can still get, I do Walmart Spark also, but their system is messed up. So you'll be here for like an hour and some change waiting. But on the Uber Eats side, you get paid less, you get your tip faster, and you get like 2. Exactly. And I can pick up from right here and then go do my thing. If I get an order while I'm dropping those off, that lets me know that if I drive back here, I'm gonna be ready for the 15 at the 9:15, or they do 15 of every hour. That's when they unload. So we all got the orders at 45 is the drop time. And that's the same on Walmart Spark. So at 43, all 4 of us cars got a drop to come here, but we're the first cars. Now look at the orders that we all received. 16 for driving nowhere.
Yeah, nowhere, bro. That's the best.
Man, hey, follow me on YouTube, man. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Follow me on YouTube really quick.
What is it again?
Hot Facts. HOT. Yeah, HOT. He just hit the space bar. FACTS. You'll see Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
I think it came up right
here.
Hot Facts. Now, Robert. Oh yeah.
Look, man. Look, yeah. Go ahead and watch. I go live, man. Interviewing drivers all over the place. We have a morning ride-along show that we do with drivers in other states, and when they get on the phone and talk while someone's recording it, we got all that stuff going on. Teaching all the stuff that you need to make it, man.
I've been looking for like some tips and shit, because I've been doing it for a while, and then I get frustrated, bro, when I don't get like an order or some shit and it's popping, bro, in like the area.
Don't get frustrated, because
I try not to, but
how's your ratings?
97.
And that's your satisfaction?
Yeah.
Okay, now how many orders do you have?
Around 2,100.
All right, and are you diamond?
Yeah, I'm diamond.
Okay. Yeah. Don't worry about it because check this out.
They give us the privilege.
They give us all the privilege, but then there could be some drivers out there that because we were busy with another order, they gave it to them. They're holding it. They're multi-apping, and then we don't get the order, and then they release it last minute, and that keeps us waiting. So we got drivers that go out there and do that stuff too to mess it up for the other drivers, so they making all the stuff for themselves. But that's why I like to keep my ratings as high as possible, so I ain't got to worry about none of that.
Yeah, me too. My shit's been up. It's just I fucked up a few here and there, but it's only been 3, bro. 3 orders.
Man, we don't take 100% of them. We know that. All right, if they give me an order that says, all right, $5 for 9 miles, I'm not taking that order. No, but see, my ratings are so high, I can not do that order. You see what I mean? And my ratings are this boom. And once I not take that one, I'm probably gonna take like 10 to 15 straight, and it puts me right back to where I was. You see what I mean? I don't care. I don't care about that. I know.
I don't care about the low orders either, bro. I stopped doing that shit all the time. Unless it's really late and there's no traffic or nothing. But
really late or early in the morning, no traffic.
Like right now, that McDonald's one, no traffic.
No, what?
I'm gonna do it for like
and it was ready.
Yeah, it was ready. Bro.
It was ready. I know it was.
Yeah, bro.
It was ready, man. Watch the videos. You'll see that all the McDonald's here, you'll see that when they lock the doors and everything, I'm the only person that they allow in.
Oh, for real?
I have video footage of no, when it's busy too. When they lock the doors and people are there, I'm the only one that they let in there. Okay. No, see, it's how you work with the merchants also.
Yeah,
you gotta understand how to work with them, because in reality, we are just an independent contractor. Right. So your name is your business. Yeah. So you want to represent yourself, make yourself known, and do it all the right way. Because check this out, the customer can say he was good. All right, the merchant can say he was good. They put you on a preferred driver list on the tablet. Now, there's something, there's a company called Lunchbox and a company called Novodyne. They have a lot of companies now signing in so they can see the drivers coming in and they can choose them. That's why your ratings are so important. Yeah, that's why they're so important. So you making sure your business is good. Now, check this out. What if it's an order that goes, like sometimes I deliver right here to these houses, right here, right? I go right in there, right? But when the old Asian lady orders, oh, my tip comes in big and fat. They gave me her. They know that she preferred me. They, with the ratings, that is why. And then boom. So you could be in an area, a driver will say, man, it's slow out here. I ain't making no money. That's because you ain't working on your money. You got to be on it. You got to be on that.
All day, bro. I leave early, and until I waste all my hours, bro, I go back home.
What time you start?
I try to start around like 7ish, bro. But if I don't wake up, I might be out here around 8. But it's because I live all the way in Menifee, dog.
All right, so let me tell you this. Yeah. Try this. Alter what you are doing right now. Turn your app on. Yeah. What time do you wake up?
I wake up like around 6, bro.
Around 6?
Yeah. I try to wake up earlier, but sometimes
all right, so here's how you'll have an alarm clock. Turn your app on at like 4:30 a.m. Okay. Turn it on at just turn it on at like 4:30 a.m. Yeah. Just turn it on. Anything that you get from 4:30 until when you normally start is bonus money now. Yeah, just think about it like that. Then if you get an order, the alarm is going to go off and wake you up because you're going to hear it. So then try to set it for like 4:30 a.m. because if you did that, you'll get out here faster. Because and people, you guys are listening right now. I'm about to give the drivers in this area a big old tip. 4:30 a.m. I'm picking up from this Starbucks. I pick up from the one on Frederick and the one on Day Street. 4:30 a.m. Okay, I'm delivering to the businesses here that start up. Now, you know that the warehouses, first shift, second shift, third shift, they're working 24 hours. I know the shift change. So 4:30 a.m., the managers that come in to get their coffee and stuff before they do their paperwork, They order, and I'm the one dropping them off. I'm the one dropping them off, and all the people that get off from third shift, they're going home and they're ordering two. Yeah. So you get a chance to get them. So I just turn it on just to see what happens. Yeah. And then everything is a bonus. I'll be surprised, huh? What order? Man, you'll be so surprised because you're gonna get the large orders. Like when it's time to drop off. You'll drop off to the to the elementary schools. Yeah. You'll drop off like they'll order like 2 boxes of donuts or 2 bags of two bags of bagels from like Thoroughbred with the big thing of coffee and all of that. And then you drop that off. That order that they spent was like $100 and something bucks. So when they do that, and now you got to understand this. The managers have a manager budget that they can do that they get reimbursed for at their job for spending. So that's why they tip the drivers for the large amounts. Yes, no, man. The earlier you get up, the more of those opportunities you will get. Because once everyone is at work, it's already done. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, I went to Cardenas. I picked up a flan cake, a chocolate chip cookie cake, and the happy birthday candles. Took it to Amazon. Okay. The security guard knows who I am. Let me park where I'm not supposed to park to wait for them to come on out. Knocked it on out like that. And that was a large order. 2 birthday cakes with the fees and all that stuff. And I got me a $10 tip because it was only a 2.2 mile. It was the one on Paris. It was the one on Paris and like Iris. So I was only going to Nandina. I was only going to Nandina right there. What? Knock that out. Yeah, knock that out. But the earlier you get up, the larger orders, and you're a diamond with the ratings that's high. I'm at 97% right now. After these two right now, I'll probably be at like 98% because it's gonna go. They're gonna carry into my next 100. You know what I mean? So it's gonna reset. But that's how I know. I was sitting there. We got an order at the exact same time, and we pulled up at the exact same time. And your ratings are pretty much the same as mine. 97, 97, doing your thing. Yeah, bro. We got them, man. Yes, sir. People. I'm for sure follow you, and I'll tune into your live, bro. Hot Facts with Robert Reese, people, out here with the real drivers. Holla at your boy. People, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. We got to make sure we do that with drivers out there. That's what we do. I'm going to leave that up there. That's what we do with the drivers out there. Want to make sure that you guys know that whenever you pull up, you can talk to another driver out there and share some game. I just dropped a lot of jewels. I want to bring up Flex's live yesterday because UDM was on there, and they were just like riding his coattails so much to where it was just hilarious. They already lost $50, but they got to redo. But UDM was on there, and he was speaking so much game that I have to say this right here. There is a gentleman out there by the name of William Anderson, and to this day, okay, I have said he is the most logical person that anyone can listen to if they're going to listen to anyone doing the gig world. UDM was speaking yesterday. All right. UDM was speaking, and William said, y'all got to come with some questions after me that y'all can ask him, because he was like, you guys don't even know what you're talking about. Then it got to the point to where William had to come back in. Will came back in, talked about preferred customer, and then told you guys that they're saying the stuff, but you guys don't even understand what's being said to you. And he said it to everyone on there. And everybody else that was watching with the brain was like, these dudes don't know nothing. And that was some of the greatest things I've ever heard. I know Bobby said that, Cherry said that was one of the funniest things I ever heard. And it was like, oh, UDM said that, man, why are you calling me? And he said that was one of the funniest things he ever heard. And I was just like, why are you riding this dude's coattail? UDM told you guys, and then UDM busted him out and said, it sounds like you were listening to Cherry. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to do this. I am not supposed to do this at all. But I guess since our agreement has been canceled, everything is on the record. Do I want to say it? Do I want to say it? If I did it, they would say, you're trying to start something. If I don't say it, they'll say, why didn't you say it? Because it will bring light to everything. You know what? I'm going to let it fly. I'm going to let it fly. I'm going to bring some things to light that happened on the live yesterday with Flex. We're going to get into my topic of today's show in just a little bit. But I got to bring up this. Dang, man. Do I do it? Do I actually do it? Do I actually do it? The reason that I'm having so much of a difficult decision on this is because I don't want to bring dysfunction more with other people. I'm not trying to make people just watch dysfunction. That's not what I'm trying to do. And man, it's tough. I'm trying to figure out how I can say it right now in my head without giving things up. But it's kind of hard because anything I say will cause dysfunction over in that whole entire group. Anything I say. And all I'm going to say is this. It all came from ACP like 3.5 months ago. That's all I'm going to say. I know, here's what I can say. I know everything. Okay, I know how I'll say it. All the questions that Bobby asked, Southern Gig asked UDM, and UDM said, you must have been talking to Cherry Pick. I knew all of those questions. I knew what was happening with UDM. I know about what's going to happen in the future. I know about everything because 3.5 months ago, it was laid out. I know everything. That's why they're live yesterday when UDM was speaking and they didn't even know what he was talking about because he was saying the same things that we say here on HotFacts. You guys didn't even get it. I'm going to touch on a little bit of that right now. I'm going to leave that other part alone. William Anderson hopped on. William Anderson hopped on. And as you guys witnessed, I was talking to a fellow driver, and we talked about preferred driver and things like this and like that. Spoke about those things. they were talking about some real stuff, and they didn't even know what the hell they were talking about. UDM said something that was very, very powerful that I don't think anyone paid attention to. But we do that here on Hot Facts and with the Revolution. He said, I don't think you guys understand what I'm talking about. He said that I would pause out and I would go in when I had this much time left, and I made sure that they were going to give me what they promised me. I'm not even going to go into detail about what that is, because if I did, I would be letting all the juice out. A lot of you guys don't even understand what that means. And I'm not even going to go talk about it, because only the ones that know about it should be speaking about it. William Anderson went on there yesterday and told you guys that you guys don't even know what you guys are listening to. And all you guys were on there. He had to hop off several times because it messed up his brain. That's why I said he is the most logical person out there. So, Will, just so you know, we ain't never had no hard feelings. We ain't never had. I told you, you sit right up there. UDM also said this, people, before we get into what we are going to get into. UDM said that he is not afraid of any conversation. We all know that I have been on his thing live. Not Bobby asking, hey, remember when I called? Did you remember my voice, man? You were so awesome. And whoop, whoop, whoop. No. If you ask, if I would have went on there and I would have said, hey, remember when I was on there? Yeah, Hot Facts, you was on there. Whoop, we talked about whoop, whoop, whoop. Bobby, he didn't even know who you were. And you were trying to make it seem like you were somebody riding a coattail. I'm not going to say what I really want to say, but riding a coattail. UDM said this on the live. After everyone said he's such a great guy for saying the things that we say here on Hot Facts. UDM said this. I am not afraid of a conversation or anything. I literally am just going to say it here on the microphone and on camera. If UDM is out there, I'm going to send my formal email to you because there's some things I want to ask you, and I have no personal beef with you at all. But these are just things that I want to ask you to just get them out there. And it has nothing to do with having sponsors, because I'm going to tell you guys this. When I get the sponsors that I get, outside of me repping my producers and stuff, I'm going to have a vest on or a jacket on with all my sponsors on me wearing them. And I'm going to have them up behind me. So there is nothing wrong. And I felt that it was terrible for someone to ask someone, are you upset that you actually have a sponsor? And I was like, are you serious? Why would you ask a man that? Like, he has a sponsor. He's going to wear it like DuPont, Tide, everything else. He's going to do his thing. Why would he be mad about him having a sponsor? And if he's sold out for having a sponsor, it's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard anybody say. One of the dumbest things I've ever heard anybody ask to someone that has a sponsorship. Come on now. UDM though, I know you were on there for like 4 hours, and I don't think your brain was tingled in any form. I don't think it was tingled. I only think it was tingled when William Anderson was asking you questions and speaking with you directly. I think that's the only time you had a spidey tingling sense. I think that's the only time. The other times, didn't nobody have nothing for you. They didn't even understand what you were saying. So I'm going to send you a formal invitation to have a discussion with HotFacts, because you said out of your own mouth yesterday also, when Pedro went at me and did that stuff, I'm the person that did side A and side B and did side C, and they have a lot of views, and the people got a chance to see everything, and I put you in the highest light because everything you did was stand up. So I'm sending you a formal invitation. I'm going to send it to you in an email. I'm going to go ahead to your about. I'm going to go on to the regular thing and send that to you so that you do have it. And then I sent one to Bentley Coop, but he doesn't want no problems. He says he don't want to answer anything. But I'm going to send this to you because you said that you are not afraid of any conversation. And you said that on it was almost like a 7.5 hour live. You were on for like four hours, but you said it while you were on. So I want to make sure that that is out there. And if you are watching today, if you click on today, it's not like I'm people. And here's what you don't get. I don't have no hard feelings with this dude. I just know what I want to ask him because he is someone at a different level. There's different level questions that you have to ask someone. And you guys didn't even understand. And there are things that I cannot even ask him because you guys, I would be giving up too much information myself. So just know that. Just know that. I'm going to put you know what? You know what? I'm going to put the link up now simply because I got something to ask everybody out there. It's Black History Month. My grandfather was the first Black person in California to have a license to buy and sell guns. Okay? My grandfather was that person for the Black people. The first person to have a license to buy and sell guns. Okay? That's a whole lot. I am asking this. We all know that they put up on Uber and DoorDash and all these other gig apps. They put this up there in the air, right? They say, go out and drive. It's St. Patrick's Day. Go out and drive, right? They say we got Columbus Day. We have all these days and they say go out and drive because you'll make more money. Now, I got to ask this. Does anybody out there think that Black people make more money with tips during Black History Month? Are you guys listening to what I said? Do Black drivers make more money during Black History Month in tips? People are like, what? Why would you even ask that? Well, just think about it. If we have no tip, no trip, right? If we have no tip, no trip, but it's Black History Month, are the no tip, no trippers going to look at someone's name and say, you know what, I better deliver, I can make more money? Doesn't matter what race you are, right? Don't matter. Okay? Are Black drivers going to make more money with Black people that order during Black History Month? Will drivers be kind to people because it's Black History Month to try to get an extra tip and they take orders that they have never said that they would take? You got to understand what will happen if any of that happens. If no tip, no trippers took orders to black people and they say that in this area we don't make money, don't you know how many orders will be going out and how many more drivers will be making money? But I got to figure out, what's a real driver out there? If you are a real driver out there and you say, I don't care what race you are, people, here on Hot Facts, we say it all, and you can say and speak your mind. If you are a white driver out there or someone that drives that's not of, darker skin, do you say, hell yeah, I take advantage of that? And are you brave enough to say it on the air? What type of drivers do we have out there? I'm putting this out there because I want you guys to know there is a guy by the name of Gig Geezer. He had an altercation with the DoorDash Revolution. They squashed it. Those of you who do not know, you guys have not been watching anything. This happened in the past. They are trying to get them a DoorDash Revolution, so they went there. Gig Geezer is also someone that was a reporter and said that he had to stop because being black, he was not able to get the same jobs and treatment. So this would be the perfect question for anyone that is doing an interview with him coming up to ask him. It is Black History Month. Now you guys can see how he really feels. It is Black History Month. Do you feel that black drivers will make more in tips during Black History Month? You guys can ask him that. And that's only coming from Hot Facts. And Gig Geezer, you heard that from me. So now, since you have a circuit going on, they can ask you these things. They can ask Hannibal, and they have not because they can't. They view him as an Uncle Tom. They now have you as a DoorDash Revolution, and you guys have a history. And now these are things that they have to ask you during Black History Month. People, we are not playing the race card. This is our month that they have given to us. People are like, oh, wow. Did he really just do that? Now, I got to ask you this. Is this as wrong as saying I'll gangbang your wife? Is this as wrong as saying I'll gangbang your wife and let's all go F your wife and everything else? Is saying something about black people during Black History Month, which is a valid question. Do you think black people will make more money in tips during Black History Month? Who is not going to have that question in their head? So the people that leave are people that would do what I'm talking about. Right? If there is any driver out there that is not black, Native American, or anything else like that, if you are willing to get up here and say, hey, you know what? I take advantage of every holiday. Let's hear why. It's your opinion. Why is everyone afraid to speak? I know that when they say that it's St. Patrick's Day, I go and drive. Oktoberfest, I make sure I drive at night. They go buy beer and stuff, and I go drop it off. I'm not afraid to say it. Why are people afraid to even speak about if black people make more money in tips during Black History Month? Why is this so much of a controversial topic? I would love for every single black content creator in the gig world to answer this, and I really wish you would click the link because you are black. This is a chance for you to speak your real mind. I'm calling every single one of you out. Bentley Coupe, DoorDash Diaries, The Gig Econ Don, Counting Currency Cordell, Dashing Trader. I'm calling out Cars and Cribs. I'm calling out Hannibal, the DoorDash Revolution, the geezer dude. I'm calling out everybody else out there that's doing something. The dude that got deactivated for just doing a video trying to be like Trader. I'm asking all you guys a question. I'm asking all the black women out there. I'm asking Rapid Coupon Granny and all of them. Dodash. I'm asking every single one of you guys out there. I'm asking every single black person who is not afraid to say something, or anybody else that says I'm not racist, to get up here and say that, hey, yes, I take advantage of Black History Month, and I wish somebody black would get up here and say, hey, you know what? I think we can make more money in tips during Black History Month. I'm calling every single person out. I'm waiting for one. Let me put the link up. It's Black History Month. Why would I not do this? I'm asking for one. If you got enough pride, you'll do it. If you have enough pride, you'll do it. You're not about to get slandered and anything else like that. If you are someone that's not black and you said, I'm going to take advantage of it because I can make more money, get up here and say it. I go drive on St. Patrick's Day. I go drive on Cinco de Mayo. I go drive whenever they say it's all the stuff that's not. I go drive on National Donut Day. How come we don't have nobody brave enough to say, hey, yeah, Black History Month, I'm about to be extra nice to my black folks. I'm about to make sure I get my tip. How come there's not no one brave enough to say it openly, but you're brave enough to say I'll eat your food? You're brave enough to say, hey, I won't deliver to you. You are miserable. How come you're not brave enough to stand up here and say that, hey, you know what? You can make more money. We have Mexican American Month next month. I'm going to bring the same thing up there. Julio Cesar Chavez. Come on now. Come on now. Guarantee the Hispanics going to make more money in that month when they go drop off, especially if they are in areas where the families really celebrate it. How come ain't nobody going to talk about this? We in Black History Month, right? We only got 28 days, right? Do you think black drivers will make more money in tips during Black History Month? And do you think that other drivers will make money in tips because they will not be no tip, no trip? They will actually look at a name and say that, hey, it's Black History Month. I'm going to treat them right today. Don't you think that more drivers are going to make more money in tips overall, get more deliveries out so all the drivers can make more money? Don't you think that's going to happen? How come we don't have nobody willing enough to hit the link? UDM said he's not afraid of any conversation. I think that this is one he should hop in. This is a conversation that he should hop in. This is a conversation you will not see the other people hop in because they don't know how to even come at and even hop in this because they're weird. They will not do any of that. This is not a conversation for them. I'm asking anyone that's not of the pigmentation of what I am, that says I take advantage of all the holidays, and I'm willing to click the link and actually get up here and talk about it.
Oh,
My man.
Yo. Sorry, I was cleaning up a little bit to get ready for work again.
Go ahead.
Otherwise, I would have been in here a few minutes ago.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on, I gotta kill this guy. I gotta kill you too. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now I don't have you in stereo.
No.
Now, me personally.
It's all you. I'm quiet. It's all you. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm saying I had you in stereo for a minute. I had YouTube playing too. You hear me okay?
Yeah, you all the way good.
All right. Now, I don't care if it's a holiday or not. I work because I've had that work ethic instilled into me from a little kid. Holidays, to me, and to be honest, nowadays to me, since my grandma passed, holidays don't mean a damn thing. Yeah, it's just another day of the week for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, during the holiday seasons, people tend to be more generous. So yes, I will always work holidays. Not because people are generous, but because if I don't, somebody else won't, which means people go hungry. I don't like that. That's why I work holidays. That's why I work now. I don't care if
Right.
it's Black History Month, Cinco de Mayo, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, uh, National Pizza Day, Donut Day. Don't make no darn difference to me.
Oh, yeah, you ran out like me. I couldn't think of all the rest, so I had to go to Donut Day and stuff like that too. Yeah, you ran
Taco Tuesday. I don't care. You know. Now I will say this: I always take at least one day off with my wife that she's off, so that we can spend a whole day together. Right now, her day is off, or Saturday, Sunday. So that means I take Sundays off. Saturday's too good to miss usually.
TFT, I know what you about to get into. Squash that stuff. We
But
get into the nitty gritty, TFT.
I'm not getting into anything
We
other
know
than
what you
explaining my
are as a
schedule.
man and a husband. We know what you are.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about my schedule.
Okay.
You know, it's like if a
All right.
holiday should happen
Okay.
to fall on a Sunday, I ain't working because that's my day with my wife.
Okay.
That's family day.
My apologies.
Hey, you jumping the gun a little, bro. Come on now. I'm staying on topic here.
Okay.
I may go a roundabout way to do it, but I'm staying on topic.
All right. I
But
apologize.
no, like I said, Sunday's my day with my wife. So regardless if it's a holiday, if it's they could have a $20 peak pay. I don't care. I will not work. That is my family day, my day of rest, my day to do anything and everything else I need to do. Every other day, it's all fair game. I'll work. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You say I normally take Sunday, Mondays off personally. You'd throw a $5 peak pay or tell me it's Christmas on Monday. I don't care. Let's go. People are gonna be hungry because people ain't gonna be wanting to work. They want to stay home with their families. Well, my family's working on Mondays. So why do I want to just putz around the house and be by myself?
Right.
So let's go work. Let's make some money. Let's bring some smiles to people. Bring some joy to people by bringing their food to them in a prompt, respectful, professional manner.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the reasons why I work holidays. Money be damned. You know, this gig world that I find myself in now, I can throw it away tomorrow and still be fine.
Right.
I don't need this job, this work. I can easily go back to any field of work I want. If I want to
Right.
go back into being a drywaller, I can go back to it. I want to go back to work at a bakery, I can do it. I want to go back to being a security guard, no problem. I got companies chomping at the bit to get me back. I got companies who are more than wanting to basically forego some of these delivery services and go out on their own.
Right.
And are willing to work with me to do it. If I want to do that. I have thousands of options, but I'm only one man.
Ooh.
I can't be everywhere and do everything.
He said I'm one man. I am not the what would your name be as a superhero if you can be everything? What, a multiplicator or what's the name?
I don't know. The only superhero name I need, man, is Dad. That's the only superhero name I got.
All right. Well, then let's get down to this though. Do you think that let's do them both? Do you think that black drivers can make more money in tips during Black History Month? And do you think that all drivers can make more money in tips, especially if they actually pay attention to the order and the name that's coming up? If I see Marquise Jenkins, I know he's black. First of all,
first off, I gotta say something here. First off, majority of the folk I deliver to are black folk.
So it don't matter to you.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. I mean, customer's a customer. I don't care what color you are.
Yeah, but Black History
Yeah,
really don't matter because that's what you around.
yeah, and I live in this what I call the sticks, yes, but I know it's not the real sticks, but it's the sticks out here. Yeah, but my normal work areas is predominantly black and Mexican, or excuse me, Hispanic, black and Hispanic predominantly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's what most of my work areas are. Until I get into like Clovis, the deep Clovis, then it's predominantly white.
Right.
But as I'm working through my areas and following my order chains, majority of my orders are going to Hispanics, blacks, the occasional Asian here and there, but that's pretty much it. That's where the majority of my orders are.
Right. See, some
So it's
people
like none
yeah,
of this makes a difference to me.
some people don't even want to hear this, but you are in. Let the people know what region you were in California. You are
Well, I'm in Central California.
okay. People, so
For
you
those of you who don't
understand
know, I'm in Fresno. And in
Central
Fresno,
California. People, you got to
in
understand what he's saying. He is giving you guys a demographic. This is not nothing like anything being racial. We are breaking down the market where we are
see,
to
in
where
my market,
this
in
is the
my market, if you are a white man, you are the minority in my market. Plain and simple.
see.
Yeah, and that's not even talking about just for deliveries purposes. I'm talking about anything in my market. If you're my color, you are the minority here.
See, now
Yeah.
let me ask you this, TFT, because you talking about the minority. I want to ask you this because I put the question out there, and I said, this is gonna be, I called out just about everybody out there who has
Mhm.
pigmentation like me. I want to know, you know, they'll talk about everything else,
Yeah.
but me asking this question right here,
I do have
and
to say one caveat to that about the driver name thing, and if
yeah,
they might be able to get extra tips because they think they're black. Well, I know during this Black History Month stuff, as or any other day for that matter, um, five of the drivers that I speak to on a regular basis, they're all named Mike.
they're all named Mike. You know it's
Yeah, they are. They're all Mikes. I got Mike S, Mike C, Mike B, and Mike J, and I don't remember the other guy's last name. We just call him Mikey. Um,
I'm
because
not
he's
gonna say what I want to say
he's the smallest of us, smallest of them, you know. So we call
look,
him Mikey.
they'll mean me if I say what I want to say. They'll actually put
Yeah, I kind of
but
I had an idea of what she was wanting to say, but yeah.
all
Uh,
I want to say is this. Um, my family used to call me Mikey the garbage disposal. Remember, they said,
mm,
"Give it to Mikey, he'll eat everything."
yeah,
I'm
life
gonna use that
cereal.
one. I'm gonna use that one and not the other one.
But trust me, I already knew what you was wanting to say as soon as I said Mikey. But yeah, we call him Mikey because he's the smallest of the guy. He's only like 5'3". All right, and all of them are black,
Mikey
various
fast.
shades.
He
Huh?
real fast. He real
Yeah.
fast too. I
Oh,
know.
he quick. He real quick. He's like 5'3", and that boy can run faster than you can
Yeah,
snot out the wind. Yeah.
I know. He real quick. I know he real quick. He can
But
probably he can probably do backflips every time.
I wouldn't doubt it. Never asked him to, but I wouldn't doubt it. He's pretty athletic looking. You know, he's pretty well cut. He's pretty cut too. He tends to wear them freaking tight muscle shirts. I freaking can't stand.
Yeah, he got a
Um,
little complex. He want to walk
yeah.
around and be looking like a little strong man. He want
Hmm.
to look around like a little strong man. Yeah, I know what type of little short dude you talking about. They go
Yeah.
to the
Yeah. It's a standard stereotype, but yeah, it's a standard stereotype for pretty much any short guy who wants to think he's a big man. You
yeah,
know.
but he gonna make sure you see his muscles.
Yeah. I mean, he's got those shirts that are like so tight around the freaking arms, it looks like it's cutting into his skin damn near. Uh, but I mean, he's a good dude. Good dude. I chew the fat with him and the other Mikes all the time. Yeah, not all together most of the time. Most of the time we don't do that because we're all busy trying to work. But we all tend to congregate around the same areas. So it's like one will pull up, say, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, start bullshitting a little bit. How's the orders tonight? You know, kind of thing. They're all black guys, various shades, but they're all named Mike.
But why do you think the other content creators are, because they all, I know they're going to hear it. They can clip it and do whatever they want. I'm asking a legitimate question that I know that people have in their brain because it is the month. And I'm trying to figure out why.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I will say this: will black drivers get extra money this month? I hope so. Will other drivers get extra money for being nicer? Hopefully, I hope so, because they need to be nicer.
This will
They
make
need to do
every
this
driver
job right.
all the drivers will make more money.
And I'll tell you right now, though, most of my biggest tips have come from black folk. Not in the app, cash when I got there. But that's my experiences, my market. Your mileage may vary.
All right.
But
well, next quick
I don't know.
question. Next quick question. So now that we got your answer on that, do you think drivers who were no tip, no trip will actually take more orders during this month simply because of it? Do you think
No.
that's something that can happen?
No.
Okay. All right. Yep. Well, that's what I thought too.
The no trip, no tripper, no tip, no trippers are going to do the same thing they always do. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. Doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not. So they won't budge your car for anything less than X amount of dollars, period.
It's just $1. It's just $1. No tip, no trip. It's just $1. They don't see no person. They don't know about nothing. If it's Christmas or nothing, they just look at the dollar and then that's it.
Yeah, but that's my personal opinion.
Okay.
People want to shoot me down for it. Go ahead. I don't care what anybody really thinks because it's my opinion.
Answer this one then, because ain't nobody gonna ever shoot you down. That's not gonna happen. Now, can you break down? And I do know that I know this myself. I have a very good judgment of who you are, my friend. And when it comes to the preferred customer, William Anderson went and told them that he's on the national preferred customer list at a certain franchise, and he gets in, orders are good and stuff like that. Could you break down this for anyone that might be new? Could you let them know why you want to be preferred in the restaurants that you pick up from?
Well, in my experience from the about dozen or so restaurants that have given me the preferred driver status, it's enabled me to, one, reduce the amount of miles I drive because I tend to go to the same restaurant over and over and over and over again on the restaurant side. It enables me to get more orders from those particular restaurants and chains. Not necessarily mean higher paying, but more quantity, which means I might get the higher paying order over somebody who doesn't have the preferred driver status. Right. Because I'm having more access and more frequent access to their orders than if I wasn't a preferred driver. Now, as for the customer side of things, every time a customer gives a driver a 5-star rating or a thumbs up, depending on the app and however they rate, what that does is it tells the algorithms that that driver had a fantastic experience with that customer, and that customer wants more of that. So these apps are always trying to promote the best experience for the customer. So that means if the driver did good, they give them a 5-star, then likelihood if you're ordering around the same time and you're online, you're going to get that order again.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and that customer, the more happy that customer is, the more likely they may decide to tip more.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
the business already knows that. The business already knows because, like, some of these people actually call, and here's what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
Some of these people actually call the restaurants after we do deliveries, and they think that we work. TFT doing something.
Yeah, I'm running outside trying to find my jacket. There it
Oh
is.
yeah. They think that we work for the actual company, right? So
Yeah.
they'll call the company and say, well, so and so was so good. Well, the company that they called that said so and so was so good, they'll make sure that they put you as the person that links up with that customer when they do the order. And then
Yep.
you are on a whole preferred list for that customer that you about to do the order for. And that lady might be the lady that give you $15 every single time you go over there.
Yep. There was one lady I used to deliver to when I had my alcohol orders before DoorDash did whatever they did.
Mm-hmm.
She ordered about 3-4 times a week. Always the same order. Always from 7-Eleven. Always right around the same time. And she may have ordered 5 or 6 days a week. I don't know, but I got 3 or 4 of them every week. Probably because maybe those were the days I was working. I didn't order. I wasn't working the day she wasn't. I don't know. But it got to the point where she tipped decent on the app. The first one I ever got. She continued to do so. And always same amount every time, same mileage every time. When I happened to get there, I never really been pulled from a far distance for that customer. But she ordered 2 beers, 2 I think it was Bud Ice tall cans every day, like 4 or 5 days a week. And I usually always had 3 or 4 of those orders picked up myself. Every day I get there, I come by, I greet her every time. She says, half the time she didn't even bother to look at her app because she knew it was me. She come outside, say, hi, Edward. And it's like, hand me your ID. Don't even need to say nothing about it because she already knows. Ask her how her day was, all that stuff. And she'd grab her beard, take her ID, and be on her merry way.
Be
The
on
last time I saw her, I happened to deliver food to her, and she asked me, "Why don't you deliver my alcohol anymore?" I had to explain to her what the heck is going on with DoorDash and me.
right.
She says, "I messed up. I'm gonna call them." I don't know if she did or not, but I still don't have my alcohol order, so it didn't. If she did, it didn't help me none.
Yeah, if she
But
did, it didn't even help. But hey,
yeah,
she said she had your back.
yeah. Well, and honestly, she's the kind of person that, from what I've seen and talked to her over those 4 or 5 months of me delivering to her, because I mean, literally, I delivered to her 3 to 4 times a week for 4 or 5 months before I lost my alcohol orders.
Now, can you go into the since you said that 4 or 5 months, can you go into the benefits of having a customer that you know you're going to see multiple times a day and what that can do on how you can actually dictate your pay for the week?
It's guaranteed money basically. With her, it was guaranteed like 2 miles, like $10.
I'm about to go use the TFT. I'm about to go use the bathroom, so you got to really talk about this.
Like I said, it was a guaranteed $10 for 2 miles for me pretty much every time. Because the days I was delivering her orders, she ended up being days that I took my wife to work and dropped her off and did that route going that direction. So it was like on my route, pretty much the first order I ever got was her every day that I took that route. With the exception of whatever days I may not have gone that route, and I know it's getting dark out, so it's hard to see me, but I'm going to be pulling over here soon. That is, I always started my day off with the order was always ready at the 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven merchants always knew I was coming. Same time every day. Having repeat customers, especially long term like that, gives you a guaranteed dollar amount per hour per bank every day, every week. Guaranteed. I will always guarantee myself to get that $40 a week. Guaranteed. Yeah. Now that means that's literally is 5 minutes of my time because she only lived like a mile away from the 7-Eleven. So for 5 minutes, I make $10. Sometimes she'd give me some extra cash when I got there. It just depends on how she felt. You know, but it shows the fact that DoorDash assigns the drivers who the customers give 5-star ratings to more frequently than other drivers. Now, if I'd not been online or otherwise engaged with another order, yeah, that order probably would have went to another driver. Yeah, and I wouldn't have got that $10. But say lovey. You know, you do what you got to do. You make your money the way you need to make it. You know, I'm not telling you what you need to do, but the more drivers or customers you can get to 5-star you, the more merchants you can get to upvote you and set you on preferred status, basically will allow you to have a almost set guaranteed earning every week.
Yes, yes, yes. My man broke that down. Look, I had to go use the bathroom, and I don't know if you know about these little ass cans of soda, the cans that look your whole hand cover it up.
Yeah.
These things like this. This is what my wife buys.
And them little baby 8-ounce cans, you know.
No, this is 7.5 ounce. Yeah, 7.5 ounce can. Yeah,
8-ounce.
Check this out, TFT. When I was doing my order in Starbucks, I told the dude he had a nice coat, and
yeah, I was on the phone with you for that.
Behind him, and he said, "Oh, my wife dressed me." And the other dude was laughing because that was a married man's joke, and we said, "Oh yeah, you cannot," and then it was so funny because that was a married man's joke. It's certain things that we do, and I thought that was funny today. I thought that was something to share with.
Trust me, there's a lot of married folk joke that a lot of people won't get unless you've been involved.
Yeah, that was a joke, and every man that's married, what it was I was picking up an order, and I was going into the Starbucks, and while I was waiting, a gentleman walked up with this leather coat on, and he was dressed with his blue jeans on and his shiny boots / church shoes, and he was looking good, right? And I said, "Man, that's a nice jacket." The older white dude who looks like he was driving that Chevelle outside, I'm pretty sure that was his. He's sitting there laughing, saying, "Oh, I thought you had the same jacket on." I said, "No, my man looks good right now with his jacket on." And then the guy said, "Oh, my wife dressed me." We both looked. And the older white dude looked to the left. His wife is behind him, and they are damn near dressed like twins. But he's dressed in the guy version, right? And he said, "My wife dressed me." And all of us laughed because we were all married men. And we know what that was all about. That was a funny moment. And if you were a man and you can picture that in your head right now, you're probably laughing right now. If you did not understand that, sorry, then it wasn't meant for you. It went over your head.
Oh, I was laughing when it happened.
Yeah, so that was something that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Now, TFT. We got hold up, let me go ahead and pop that. Let me give me a little sip. Dr. Pepper got what they say? 23 flavors? Man, I wish I knew 3 of them.
Believe it or not, it's actually supposed to be a wild cherry variant.
I thought it was prune.
No, that's actually a common misconception. It's not actually carbonated prune juice like a lot of people say.
Oh.
It's actually supposed to be a screwed up and jacked around cherry soda mixed with a bunch of other stuff to kind of give it that unique flavor.
So it's like
no matter.
the KFC of sodas.
Yeah. It's like no matter how many of these off brands pop up, like Dr. Thunder, Mr. Pibb, and all of that, nobody can
Hey,
capture the
Dr.
exact
Thunder.
flavor. Yeah, Dr. Thunder. That's the off brand here at my store.
But Mr. Pibb, you did say Mr. Pibb, right?
Yeah. Mr. Pibb is the, I believe, the Coke counterpart.
I think Mr. Pibb got like 21 flavors. They don't got 23. They got like 21.
And Mr. Pibb actually says on there that it's got cherry soda type thing on there. It's supposed to be like an extreme cherry flavor or something like that.
Okay.
I don't taste no cherry in that myself. But
well,
yeah,
let me
whatever.
ask you this: do you like black cherry soda from Shasta?
Oh yeah. I drink
Okay.
that all day. I'll tell you one thing better. Take that Shasta black cherry, go down to Thrifty's and get you some black cherry ice cream and make a float out of it.
Oh man, come on. You don't you ever disrespect me, TFT, thinking I don't know how to make the best floats. Don't you ever disrespect
that black cherry ice cream. Oh man.
I learned that you can make a float with other flavors when I made one at home with grape soda. Then
I make a float with anything. I would not recommend Rocky Road though to make a float. That doesn't really come out too well.
All right, well let me ask you this: do you put bananas in your float?
Personally, most of the time, no, but sometimes depending on the ice cream I'm using, yeah.
Depending on the ice cream you're using, yeah. Okay, all right. So
like if I'm using a peach ice cream kind of thing, nah, I ain't putting no banana in there. I might throw some fresh peach in it. But
what? What? Fresh peach?
Yes.
Oh, you're a cheater. Come on,
fresh peach with peach ice cream and a nice cream soda. And I'm not talking about AMW cream soda. I'm talking about the IBC cream soda.
Okay, people, shut it down. Shut it down, people. You don't even understand what he's talking about. Gee whiz, TFT. Why you gotta be so much of a legend? Why you gotta be so much of a legend? The stuff you say.
I wouldn't say it's a legend, man. It's just being old. Old folks know all the good stuff, man.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. When it comes to you go into the store. You're all right. Let's take it back to we're like 10 years old. Because I'm 40 and you are 40 years old. 40, yeah. We go into the store. Okay, we go to the ice cream thing that we got to slide the door open and then we dig in and find our stuff. Do you get the UFO? Do you buy the UFO?
Used to.
Okay, now
then I got on a kick with the blast pops. The chocolate banana blast pop.
Oh, see, that's the alternate. If they don't even have them, that's the alternate.
And then my third choice. Some people will probably freaking chew me out for using the old name. Because I'm sorry, I'm not calling it the new name that they call it nowadays. I used to get the old 50-50 bars. That was my third choice.
Bars? What?
Yeah.
You know
they call them dreamsicles now, or creamsicles, or whatever. It's like, no, it's a 50-50 bar. It's a 50-50 bar.
You talking about the orange one that got the white cream in the middle?
Yeah, that's a 50-50 bar, not a creamsicle. It's a 50-50 bar. Or if you're really old school, the old two-tone.
You son of a gun. You son of a gun. I knew you were special. People, if you don't know, for anyone 40 years old and you guys have ice cream trucks or if you guys have anything, we are taking you to where, I'm telling you, these are real delicacies. I'm talking about right now, if they have the ones we talking about, a grown man will spend like $100 on it. I'll tell you this. If they said it's one UFO left, and people, you don't know, that's the chocolate with the oatmeal cookie thing. With the vanilla.
There's a vanilla ice cream. It's an oatmeal cookie sandwich dipped in freaking chocolate on a stick.
Man.
You have no idea. I swear to God, my ice cream truck driver back when I was a kid did this stuff on purpose. he'd have he say he only had 3 left. And there's like 20 of us out there, and we're all freaking bidding for. I'll give you $2. I'll give you 30.
Man, you
Whoever
gotta.
ended up giving them like $3 always won, because that was pretty much the limit of what we all had.
I think one day I constipated myself when I was younger because all I ate was them all day. And I think I constipated myself when I was younger. I think that actually happened. Because I'll tell you this, all we used to do was drink water hose water and go to the ice cream truck, save our money up, and we out there all day. I think one night I could not go to the bathroom because I ate too many of them oatmeal UFOs. Ghost, what's up now? Because I know, Ghost, you got something. I know you got a treat. Which you used to like? The Abba Zabbas? You used to like those?
Bombsicles.
Oh,
yeah, the red, white, and blue version
red,
of the
white,
old.
blue, the
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like a firework.
Yes, sir.
You used to like those. That was your number one choice?
That and the strawberry shortcake.
Oh, don't
yeah,
you?
and it had to be good humor too. It couldn't be that off-brand stuff.
I'm so mad I forgot. You talking about the real one, TFT?
Yeah, the old school good humor one, man. It had to be good humor. If it wasn't good humor, it wasn't good. If it wasn't good humor, it wasn't good, man.
With the white wrapper that felt like paper?
Yeah.
People, y'all talking about what y'all talking about? It come in plastic. No, it came in paper first. It came in paper. And it said good humor in cursive.
Yep.
That's what it said.
Yeah. No fancy decoration or nothing.
Best thing you could ever eat. The only thing that came close to that was the WWF wrestling bars, because they put that you got to have Hulk Hogan on the front, but it was on the whatever. I think it was like a wafer cake. It was like a wafer cake that they put in the middle on the top of that vanilla. And I thought that was good. I thought they went wrong when the Ninja Turtles came out and they tried to make that vanilla pudding ice cream. I thought that was terrible. I thought that was the worst thing they could ever do.
All right. First order of my night shift here, 9:50, 3 miles. Let's go get this.
Go ahead, go.
I'm already in the shopping center too. I just got to move over to the restaurant.
Go ahead, Ghost. You got to put your finger down. You go ahead.
Hey, go. I had the screen minimized, so I couldn't see you, Ghost.
No, you're good. How would you guys have handled this order? I got an order from Papa John. 1 pizza, $11.25. Went in there, checked in with the restaurant. He told me an hour and 20 minutes wait. And then I came back in there 30 minutes later, and he said, oh, it's going to be another hour wait. So 2 hours and 20 minutes for 1 pizza. I called DoorDash. Okay. DoorDash tried to call the restaurant. The first person that I talked to on DoorDash, customer service representative, could not get the restaurant on the phone. I hung up because he wasn't helping me at all. So I called back. I got the same person, Amir. Same person. And I said, I just talked to you. I want somebody different. He put me over to a call where it hung up. So I called back again, and I got a lady and explained everything, what's going on. I'm not waiting 2 hours and 20 minutes for an $8.75 or a $11 order.
No,
I wouldn't either.
And then she said, she said, well, you can unsign yourself from the order. And I said, no. I said, if it's an extended wait time over an hour, DoorDash can call the restaurant, and if they don't answer, they can unassign that order so it doesn't go against your ratings. Mm-hmm. Then she told me that she tried to call the restaurant, but there's no working number for that restaurant.
No, so that's when they have to say that, hey, we tried to contact them. We're gonna go ahead and take you off of this order. You're gonna get paid this much for being there. You can now go ahead and go complete other orders. That's what they say.
So what I had to do is I called the customer and I told her, I said, it's going to be almost 2 hours before I can get your pizza to you. She goes, I'm so sorry. How do I cancel the order? So I walked her through the steps. She canceled the order. I got my half pay, but DoorDash representatives were not willing to help out a Dasher.
Let me tell you this, Ghost. If you were in California and that same thing happened right now, you would be A-okay because you know on Monday and Tuesday you were going to get paid for that. All of the time that you were actively on that and then you're calling and stuff, you would have got paid the dollar amount for all of that on top of what they gave you. That's what we have here in California. That's
we don't have that in the Mid-South, so.
Well, that's what people got to understand. Don't get mad at people in California simply because we have Proposition 22. The same situation that Ghost is saying where he is, while he is contacting the customer and doing all the other stuff while he is actively on, he is still getting paid. He's calling customer service. He is still actively on the call. The customer canceled. If he cancels in California, he don't get paid nothing. The customer canceled, so he still got paid half pay. Then in California, they were still going to make you get paid for all of that extra time that you have to waste during all of that. This is something I think every single market needs because of the same situation that you just said right now, Ghost.
Yeah, I've wasted a lot of time. It's Saturday night. I could be making very, very good dollars, but I had to deal with all that BS for that one stupid little tiny order. And I told DoorDash, I said, take me off the pizza program. I don't want to be on the pizza program anymore. I'm tired of it. That's all they're sending me.
Oh, damn. Well, I don't know about all that, Ghost. Hey, if I can pick up at Little Caesars all day, that's what.
Oh, yeah. I'm here at Little Caesars right now.
Yeah, Ghost. If I can pick up at Little Caesars all day, just give me Little Caesar orders all day. I'll take that first picture of my bag and then let me go knock them out all day long.
I had two Little Caesars back to back, and I waited almost 50 minutes for both orders.
But don't tell them to take you off of the pizza program. Don't tell them to take you off a program because you got upset though, Ghost.
I'm just tired of that. That's all I've been getting for the last 5 days is pizza orders, and I'm tired of taking them.
Pizza orders must suck in your area because
they do. They're
now. Are they mom and pop?
I don't want to say those two words in T, but that's what those pizza orders are.
But are they mom and pop places or are they like Domino's?
No, they're chain restaurants.
Like Papa John's and stuff, or
Papa John's, Little Caesars, Pizza Hut. The pizza places in this market suck. Now we have a couple very high dollar pizza places. I picked up a pizza order that actually paid out pretty good, but I still had to wait 40 minutes.
Pizza program, can you still get pizza orders from that place?
This kind of messed up, man. One of my orders got a little over a 10-minute wait. Both of them are close by, so I'm going to take the one now that I have now.
And then
come back for the other one.
Yeah. No,
I'm not going to let this pizza sit and get cold, even though it's in my bags. But
yeah,
I know how to work the pizza program.
But can you still pick up pizzas, Ghost, from the places that are the higher end pizza places if you told them to take you off of the pizza program? Can you still pick up from those places?
I can still pick up pizzas from the mom and pop shops, but I don't want to be on the national pizza program. If that makes any sense, Rev might have something different to say about that.
The Italian restaurant might sell pizzas, but it's still the Italian restaurant, and you can still get a pizza order there, and it's not like a Domino's.
Okay, I got to go back in the store.
Caesars or any of those other ones. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's not the right order.
Dang.
This tastes about ready to screw me, dude. That's not. They just gave me a wrong order.
They gave you they gave TMT a wrong order.
That or a missing item from it.
Yo, I was told hello.
Now, see, now Revolution says that he does pretty good with the pizza program. Ghost, Rev said that he does pretty good with the pizza program. You guys are in the same area, so you know what might be different from that he's getting with the pizza program from that what you are getting from the pizza program.
Different hours.
All the different hours. Okay. Yep. I think the pizza orders are best like at 11 a.m. if you're doing it and you get them right then and there. Anytime when they get like busy, you're gonna be there stuck.
Well, I mean, he knows what restaurant I'm talking about out there in Collierville, Byhalia. That Papa John's, they gave me the runaround, and it was ridiculous. And he already knows about that store. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I got to ask you this: you guys have had some crazy weather where you guys are. You guys had ice, sleet, and everything else on the roads. Now that the cars are, you know, the weather's getting a little bit, I don't know if it's getting a little bit better, but more vehicles are driving and clearing up some stuff. During this time, were drivers making, let's say the drivers that were actually driving during, you know, the worst part, how much money do you think they were making if they were driving out in the difficult time? And were you driving out in the difficult time?
All right, so DoorDash shut down for 2.5 days in our market in the Memphis metro area, and I signed on to my Grubhub, and on Thursday when we had a lot of ice out on the roads, I got out there. I made $217 on Grubhub alone. And that was from 1 p.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So, but DoorDash was shut down. So there's a lot of drivers in our area that only rely on DoorDash, and their pockets have been hurt. Now, DoorDash, the last 2 days, our streets here are completely dry. We still have a little bit of ice on some trees that the sun doesn't really hit. But other than that, it's normal operation.
Okay.
And but DoorDash is giving all these promos everywhere. I don't chase promos. I see the promos. If I'm in that area, I'll try to get a couple of the promos. But I've been focusing more on Grubhub than DoorDash because Grubhub's been treating me a lot better than DoorDash.
Okay, let me ask you this, Ghost. I asked TFT earlier, and yesterday they Flex had a live and they had UDM on there, and I don't know if you heard, but I brought up a conversation about you know, and I'm going to ask you also the question that I put out there. He said that he don't run from no conversations, but I want to go ahead and I went ahead and asked him this, and he saw it there. But I want to ask you, all right, being that it is Black History Month, do you think that Black drivers are going to make more money in tips during Black History Month? A lot of people are afraid to even say anything because they're like, why is he saying this? Well, it's Black History Month. It's not like I'm using the race card. I'm pretty sure this is a question that people probably thought in their head. Do you think Black people make more money in tips during Black History Month? It don't matter what gig you got. Do you think they're making more money in tips? And I also said, do you think that there are people who do no tip, no trip? Do you think that they'll actually read the person's name and say, hey, it's Black History Month, I'm going to treat them well because I could get a tip? Do you think that's happening? Go ahead, Ghost.
If I can politely say this, I do not care what color you are. Black, white, Russian, Asian, Chinese, Zambodian, I don't care. Now, with your
Just a question. No,
well,
just a question.
no. Yeah, with your question with Black History Month being the month of February, and if somebody sees a name that is associated with, Zacchaeus or something like that, it could, is that a black person or is that a white person? You don't know.
You already know, man. You already know. You
But-
already know. Xavier Jenkins. You already know the dude might look like Shannon Sharp.
But he might be white as snow. You never know.
Hell nah. Hell nah. You know, though. You know certain names goes. You know, Daquan Brown. You know he black, goes. I don't care what nobody say. If you see Daquan Brown, you know he black.
Well, you know what? You know what? If I can say this, I don't look at the names and I don't associate color with names. I associate that name with the person.
Call the name. If they would say, I'm going to treat them better and I'm not going to do no shit to try to get an extra tip because it's Black History Month. Do you think someone would do that? And do you think black people can get, do you think black people are making more money in tips during Black History Month? This is something that, this is why I wanted to ask this question. It's not something that says anyone is racist at all. It's just answering the same question.
Yeah.
I said that, look, during when they say St. Patrick's Day and all that, I go out and make sure I drive. I'm trying to see that, hey, if it's a whole month, but it's such a touchy question that it's hard for people to answer. That's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah, it's a touchy question to answer. It's a touchy answer to give, but I don't look at it that. To me, it's February. Okay, I don't care who I deliver to. I don't care if you're white, black, Chinese, or whatever. I do not care. And with you asking the question, do you think black drivers of people of color are getting better tips? I can't say. If I order food, I don't care if it's Black History Month, White History Month, Chinese month, German month, I'm still going to tip on what I think I need to tip. And that's what everybody needs to do.
I'm going to make this a little bit more awkward because there was a request from Mr. Flex like a week ago. He said, don't dance around the word. Why don't you say it on your own show? So when we talk about black and we talk about, people of color, we talking about Negroes, niggers, niggars, Nigers. We talking about when they say coons and everything else. We talking about all of that, Mr. Flex. I don't dance around what we talking about because we're trying to figure out if it really happens in society. This is how it lives. And this is why I can bring it out and someone like you guys can't. Because we're actually trying to figure out, is it something that can really happen? It's a touchy subject. It really is.
It's a very touchy subject, but I don't care what color you are. I don't care what creed you come from. I don't care where your ancestors came from. If you're a man, you're a man, and if you're a woman, you're a woman. That is my stance.
Do you know about Dingus Day?
Say that again, sir.
Do you know about Dingus Day?
Somewhat.
Dingus Day is, if I'm not mistaken, that's the day when the women can beat the men with the pots and pans and stuff to go get their man. And then I think the following day, if the man has a pussy willow, then he gets to slap him with the pussy willow leaf. And then that's how they're married and have kids. That's what I know of Dingus Day. But I know
I got you.
There is a day that if Dingus Day is happening, and I happen to live where they are doing Dingus Day, and they do it here in the United States, right? in the Polish community. I will be doing deliveries over in that area if Dingus Day is going on. I'm going to be trying to drop off all the food. I'm going to tell you that now.
Well,
I don't care what day it is.
With me, I don't care what day it is. I don't care what month it is. I don't care anything. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to provide my customer service to my customers 100%. If I get a good tip, I get a good tip. If I don't get a good tip, that's fine. I'll go about my way and go for the next order.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. I asked TFT this earlier too. We're going into the preferred customer thing, and I do know that you are someone that does a very good job out there. Preferred customer. Why is it so important to be preferred at restaurants and with the customers? The floor is yours.
Being a preferred driver for a restaurant has benefits. Being likable by all the employees, the cooks, the front wait staff, the management of that restaurant has perks. Being a preferred customer from the customer that's ordering DoorDash, you have a more likelihood of taking that order back to them and creating a report with them that they know when they see your name come up, they know their food is in good hands and they're going to get the best customer service possible. So having a good report with the restaurant, having a good report with the customer, and then getting that preferred status, that is residual income, because you know when they might order, that customer might even tell you, hey, look, I ordered this at this time every day. And if you're there at that restaurant, you have a chance of getting that. But if you are preferred from the restaurant, you're going to get that order.
Right. Now, how much money do you think someone could possibly make? Now, just give an estimate. How much money do you think someone can make? Just pick one restaurant. Just pick one restaurant. How much more money do you think they can make in one restaurant for a whole year? What, like 5 racks out of one restaurant?
Well, I've got one preferred customer that I deliver to about 4 to 5 times a week.
Oh, wow.
And I pick up the same order every time, and it's from Sayato. It's a hibachi sushi place. And I make about $250 a week from that same person.
Just that person. People,
just that same person.
Stop playing with us, people. Stop playing with us, people. Now, people, a lot of you guys don't understand that we have a gentleman that people thought that he deleted his channel. They thought that his channel was gone. He put it on private, and he is back. I'm going to showcase my man that they have tried to throw under the bus. I'm going to show you guys Torp's brand new video that he came in with today, people. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Where is it at? Is that share screen? People, let's go ahead and see, because he tagged me in it. Let's see what Torp had to say. You know what? And let me make sure. Wait.
Yeah, I watched that a little while ago about your normal go live time. It's a bit of a rant video, but he's got some pretty good info in there.
All right, no, I gotta let him get his rocks off. Because yesterday, TFT, you may have watched, and yesterday's live was so hilarious because I have to say a few things, and I have to go out there and show my analytics and everything, and then I let Ghost get his rocks off, and I'll let Ghost go get loose. And right now, Torp is someone that I have respect for, and we're gonna watch this video right now. Let me go ahead and change the banner. Let me change the banner right here.
See, when it comes to Torp, I got nothing against the guy. I like the way that he does. Yeah, he's similar-minded to you and I. Yeah, more along the sides of like Roy with the tendency to use foul language, but
Yeah,
he's
we
blunt
try
and
to
to the
clean it
point.
up. For those of
He's
you who
blunt and to
don't
the
know,
point, you know.
for those of you who don't know, we've been trying to clean it up here on Hot Facts. I know TFT and I have done a great job. We both know that we can talk like sailors, and we have been doing a great job. You know, Revolution don't say no bad words. Ghost really don't say no bad words. We've been trying to clean it up. The only bad words you're typically gonna hear is from the videos that we share. We have been doing such a great job to actually monitor ourselves because other people might be watching. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that we've been doing a great job, and TFT ain't we been doing a great job?
Yeah, sorry, bouncing back and forth between DoorDash, but yeah, we've been doing pretty good about it. Unfortunately, you better than me. Unfortunately, I tend to slip a little
Hey,
here and
hey,
there.
man, no, I said
I can't
yesterday,
help it.
man.
I can't help it. I'm a salty guy sometimes.
I said like 8 of them yesterday, man. What you talking about?
Yeah,
I said
that
like
was past the
8 of
five.
them
That was past the
yesterday.
like 5 minute mark, man. I kind of let one slip pretty quick. So.
Yeah, I try to hold my tongue the best that I can, but if I get worked up, it might slip out. But on Hot Facts channel, you don't know what families are watching, what
Yep, yep.
politicians are watching. You don't know if there's kids watching.
And that's why I was like, we gonna clean it up, but people, if I'm sharing a clip like I'm doing now, parental advisory, it's already in the disclaimer that this is not for kids, so
Yeah.
it's already up there. But people,
Torque
we've
does
been
have
trying
quite
to
a bit of
monitor
language
ourselves.
in this one.
Yeah, so
There's a
and
whole lot of bombs being dropped in this one.
well here we go, people. Torque sound.
So, as you may not know, I've been on hiatus for a few weeks. I toyed with a few ideas on what to do next. Well, the only thing to do next is to be honest and to tell you guys my side of what is what with me and my opinion of what is what with others. Now, with what's what with others, it has to be opinion based, because when you start talking about other people, I do believe it's appropriate to say your opinion. Let's go there. So my opinion of Mr. Flex and the Mother's Den is simple. They continuously talk about not liking the drama, but yet they promote drama. I got involved with the drama. That's what I did. It was my choice. I could say, well, Mr. Flex invited me into the drama, which he did. All my videos are private, so he couldn't remove his comment if he paid somebody to have it removed. No way. He invited me in there. And throughout the entire process, and I do mean the entire process, I never once found one moment where anything went well. Not one. I don't know. How many lives have I been in the Mother's Den? The lounge. The lounge. I'm sorry. I see it as the Mother's Den because they're always telling you what to do or what to think. It's the lounge. The appropriate term is the lounge. It is what it is. It's the lounge. Even though you really can't smoke a cigarette or drink a beer in there without being harassed in some fashion. I've never seen so many hypocrites in my fucking life. They get it. Anyways, so I'm in there, and what? Lord and behold, there's a guy in there. His channel name is NECRO. So I made to them what was leaning towards a racial remark by calling him Negro. To where I could see, now that I've looked back at it for quiet, blissful weeks of not listening to them, I could especially see it on the internet, especially using a phone to being alive. Most people use a webcam on their computer, which would make more sense with a better mic. But I could see where it would come off to him if he was high and slightly incoherent, where it would sound like I'm saying Necro or Negro. Last time I checked, Negro was not a bad word. Not only does it mean black, but it's also the color of a man or a woman's skin. Now, if he was referring to the fact that I was leaning towards the I in the N-word, that's drama. You see, that's drama. That's the kind of drama I usually just stay away from. But they kind of got me. They kind of pulled me in trying to defend myself against, it's not what I meant. Had I known that it was pronounced Necro, I thought to myself, okay, wait a minute. When this first happened, where the fuck is the K? Where's the K? Necro? Yeah, they said, well, he's trying to tell you that all you had to do was call him Alex. I'm like, the fuck? Wait a minute. Why didn't y'all just start off with that? You know that when Mr. Flex privated me in that lounge, which is a thing that I didn't even know existed because I don't do lives. All he said was, watch it. Watch it there. Watch it. Watch it there. Now, see, I don't know if Mr. Flex has the playback for that because nobody else does because it was private, so you can't even screen capture it unless you were Johnny on the spot knowing what the fuck you were doing, which I didn't. So what happens? Flex says, don't let it happen again in a nutshell. That's basically what he said. Just watch it. I'm like, what the fuck did I even do? I said, and I told Flex in that private, see, this is what he's not sharing with his panel or anybody else for that matter. I told him, I says, dude, I wasn't being disrespectful. I don't know how his name's pronounced. What did I say? That's what I told him over and over again. What did I say? What did I say? Necro. Necro. Or Necro is what I said. With the E, I guess, was, how do they say that? The E was highlighted. I don't know. You got to be a fucking grammar teacher to fucking get on the Flex Lounge, apparently. Even on half the people in the lounge now that I've listened to it, I've wanted to say something so bad or comment. Aggravates me to no end. They call him Necro on a regular basis, and nobody says a fucking word. I know why Flex did that to me, because he wanted to pop my cherry and get control. That's the only thing I can figure is because all he had to say was, dude, look, you've said it wrong twice. Just call him Alex. And I was like, that would have been fun. I've been like, dude, I had no clue. That's fine. I'll call him Alex. Is easy to do. These motherfuckers and their hang-ups. So what's next? This went on for a good. It's still going on now. That's the only reason that he's got a hang-up, except for the fact. You're going to love this. Almost all the people that I actually do get along with in this here gig community are black. Yes, they're Negroes. Funny thing is about that is my friends, he don't like. Flex don't like my friends. I call them co-workers for lack of a better term. You got DoorDash Revolution and you got Hot Facts with Robert Reese. And actually, I can't say that I'm friends with Marcus, but there's another one that Flex does not get along with, doesn't like. Now, he will say, it's not because they're black, it's because they're assholes, because they're liars, because they're shit starters. I'm like, how many white guys have done the same fucking thing, Mr. Flex, in your lounge? You give them the biggest pass in the world. So, well, what about, oh my God, I forgot that guy's name. I do this sometimes. Give me a second. Sensei. Sensei is a black man, also known as a Negro, Mr. Flex, a Negro. Yeah, with an E. Don't confuse it this time, Mr. I got shit in my ears. So here we go. Some of my best friends are black. Oh, God, you know those people, don't you? You know them. Some of my best friends are black. I have nothing to defend. I even take still pictures with big black men on the sidewalk to make sure that all my friends and my followers. Flex is not. He's not that guy. He loves black people. He reminds me of Jerry Maguire. I love black people. That's Flex. I swear to God. I'm starting to wonder, honestly, because I rarely hear him attack anybody white. And the one that he does attack, which is Real Talk with Roy, snap like a finger, man. He switches sides so fast. It's unbelievable. What does he do? Roy is a junk. Roy needs to get his shit together. Roy this, Roy that. And then Roy gets on his lounge and is like, yeah, brother, I get it. Roy's off the lounge. Boom! Fucks him up again. I'm like, either that's drama or Flex is full of shit. I say both. I say that's a win-win on Flex right there. He's getting both nailed at the same time. Now, moving on. Every single buddy on that panel is so jacked up on drama, the drama they hate. They're so jacked up on drama. What is the main theme of me pulling my channel down to private? Because obviously I didn't kill the channel. So what was my main theme on pulling down the channel private? Any takers? Oh, we don't need any takers. I don't need to explain it. You don't need me for that. Who do you need? Flex. Flex and Cherry. What did Cherry say? Oh, don't you get on Cherry. I'm not getting on Cherry. I'm not even getting on Flex. I'm giving you my opinion. However, I also said I would give you my side of it. Okay, we heard their opinion. So why did I pull my channel? Well, it's because my wife told me to. And that's what they said, because my wife told me to. This is funny. They must have fucking microphones and cameras in my house, I guess. That's illegal, isn't it? I'm kidding. Of course they don't. But what I'm getting at is they act like they know more about you than you know yourself. So I'll tell you what they said, and then I'll tell you what actually is. Here's part A, what they said. He pulled his channel because he was on YouTube a long time ago, and his wife left him over it. Sound familiar, Cherry? Does that sound familiar, Red? Does that sound familiar, Flex? I'm yelling like this because you guys can't fucking hear. So I listened to that live. I listened to them talk. No comments. I don't give a fuck if I'm blocked. I can make a video and comment that way. Blocking somebody is bullshit. So I listened to them. Go on and on. Yeah, well. And then they get comments from trolls. Yeah, his wife left him. His wife left him over to YouTube. That's why he closed his channel, because his new wife got on him. Oh, okay. That's what happened then, Flex, huh? Cherry, Red, that's the story you guys are gonna stick with. Not knowing a fucking thing other than what your trolls told you. Yeah, they're a good source of information. Okay. That's my opinion about them, other than the fact that those were the words I heard. That's what they said, in my opinion, because that's what I heard. So I thought, okay, now it's time for me to tell you what actually happened, because now I'm talking about me, and this is what actually happened. By the way, you can Google this, and you trolls should have no issues with that, Flex. After all, you got a lot of guys working for you for free, except for that few cents that they get for being on your lounge. Here we go. My first wife. And if anybody from my old times hears this, you can verify it. You know who you are. There's quite a few of you out there. I know you're watching, because every once in a while I get a comment from some of you. I know you guys are afraid to show your faces. I don't blame you. I'm not sure why I'm back at this point, but maybe it'll make sense in eventual time. I don't know. My first wife died. Dead. She's gone. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I guess you're right. You said she left me because of YouTube. I guess you're right. She left me while I was on YouTube to go see God in heaven because her liver gave out because she drank too much. It's public record, brother. You guys couldn't figure that out? You couldn't look that up? You know everything about me, but you couldn't figure that one out, huh? I guess your trolls need to be retrained, Flex. Big time. Anybody wants to call me out on this, Google that shit. Tear it up. Call me a liar. Go ahead. You don't make shit like that up, by the way. I don't give a fuck if it is an ex-wife that you didn't like. If she ain't dead, she ain't dead. My first wife is dead.
Well, if there was a time to stop it right there, I had to do it right there. We're going to hear the rest of it, but I would just like to say, anytime a man opens up and tells you guys something about something and they don't know what's really going on, that is a huge hit in the face. So you guys don't know what you guys are talking about, and you don't know the words you use and how they can affect anyone. And this man is telling you how it affected him, and he put his channel on private before he can gather his thoughts, because he probably was going to go nuts. What you guys say about that, Ghost?
Well, my hat's off to Twerp, because there's some times when you cross that line and we have to limit our own selves and gather our own thoughts, or we'll do something stupid. We might do something stupid, but for him taking his channel down, yeah, his wife said take his channel down, but he did it for his own self.
Yeah,
you know,
well, she had the best. She had the best interest because
she had the best interest because she knew how he was going to fly off if he got to that boiling point.
We don't even know he was going nuts at home, and don't nobody know that. So that's why he had to. So we gonna let him continue to get his rocks off.
Yeah,
here we
but
go.
you don't know what a person's been through. They might have PTSD. They might have depression. They might have alcoholism. They might have drug addictions. And then you start flexing on channels and then start talking about people and going off. You don't know what triggers. It triggers people that puts them back into relapse.
Well,
you know, PTSD is something serious.
It's very
depression is serious.
Yes, it is.
So these gig tubers out here, and I know y'all are watching. Watch what you say to people. Be friendly. Stop all this hatred. Stop all this back and forth. Stop it. It's not getting anything done. All it is creating hatred on the GigTube universe.
That's
why do it? Why do it?
Why do it? That's the question. Because, and the craziest thing is, while there's so many things going on out there where people are trying to say, well, the commies are doing this and this and that, there's people out there trying to help people to get solutions on how to make things better. And you're trying to trash those things and make it into things like this. And that's not good. But we about to listen to some more Twerp.
Hold on. I got a comment. Ghost touched on something that's very near and dear to me.
Go ahead.
I am a sufferer of it myself. I am clinically depressed. That is the main reason why I dash. And the reason why I tell people I like bringing people the small joys of making sure their meal gets to them hot and fresh. That helps lift me up. It's one of the reasons why I've also said to you personally in the past about all the negative drama. You need to distance yourself from it and get away from it. Because to be honest, all it's doing is perpetuating a cycle. I personally, that's one of the reasons why there's times where I took a few days off here and there, or I don't come on when I catch you on live. You won't hear from me for a couple of days, kind of thing. Is because I've hit a spike.
Well, they don't know. They don't know.
That's why I'm telling everyone watching now. It's like the times you don't see me on here is because I'm battling my own mind, my own bouts of depression. Because I haven't been able to do what I need to do.
You're decompressing yourself.
I vent in my own ways, and I don't want to take that out on anybody who doesn't deserve anything. but my respect and well wishes. So I disappear for a little while when it comes to stuff like this. Now, on my day-to-day life, unfortunately, I don't get to just disappear. So some of it I have to bottle up and hide, until I can basically be by myself, where I can put on a facade, so to speak, until I can get everything done where I can let it all out. I am a gamer. I play a lot of computer games. That is one of the main methods that I used to use to resolve my issues with my own head. Is everything in my games? I sing a lot of my life that honestly I wish I never did, but I couldn't help it, and I still can't even to this day because that's my outlet.
Well, check this out, TMT, that you said that, and that's your outlet, right? And it's so crazy that the things that have been going on, it's not even gig related. It's like personal things, and we've all had things to say because like it's just nuts right now. And you just said you take time away, and people don't understand that when you're men and things, there's certain times where we got to speak up. And from all the stuff that's been going on recently that don't have nothing to do with the gig world, we have to speak up and distance ourselves because that's not what we about. And how we shut it down is we speak against it. And that's what we've been doing. TFT, Ghost, there's his name right there. You see him down there at the bottom. And you see my HotFacts. You got the DoorDash Revolution. We got a pretty good team that realizes that what's wrong is wrong. And my man Torp right now is sounding off. So yeah, as of right now, we gonna get right back into Torp. Here we go.
Yeah, excuse me, I'm gonna mute myself so I can go get this other double pizza order.
She passed away. UK hospital. That's University of Kentucky, by the way, not the one over the pond. She died. It was very fast and unexpected when her liver went out like that because she was stubborn, wouldn't listen to anybody. It was a very gruesome experience and nothing I'd even wish on Flex to see or go through or anybody he loves or cares about. Of course, I'm sure Flex is very heartfelt about it. So thanks, Flex. My second wife, the one I'm with now, she's my biggest supporter of whatever it is I choose to do, including YouTube. She had nothing to do with me pulling the channel. Nothing to make it private. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing. Zero. As a matter of fact, she's been asking me why I'm not making YouTube videos because she's so used to me sitting in here while she's either on the couch or in the next room. She knows most of this is bullshit. She does. She gets it. She knows it's entertainment. She knows you guys aren't the only one that video masturbate. I video masturbate too. What I mean by video masturbation is it's like mentally masturbating, not physically, you fucking cheese dicks. It's mental. It gets you off to make a video. It gets you off to get responses. It gets you off. See, back in 2005 to 10, we called it video masturbation because unlike the people that were watching porn, we weren't physically getting off. We were mentally getting off. It was fun. It was interesting to see what they were going to say about you the next day after you open your mouth in response to what they said in response to you. And yeah, it's a circle. It's like a tornado. And it's going so fast that most of it's so full of shit. So full of shit. And you know that going into it. You can't expect everybody to be honest. You don't want them to be honest. Because when everybody's honest, it's boring. It's like watching I guess it's like watching oh my God. Here we go. I'm gonna waste 30 seconds. I'm trying to remember this name again. Dino. Dino is real. He's negative as fuck. God, he's like a negative firecracker and Flex lit the fucking wick. Boom, negativity. But, there's a but. He is keeping it real, Flex. This shit is hard to do when you deal with the manipulation, which is what Dino has been referring to since the day I started breaking his balls, and then he started breaking my balls. Do you know why I stopped talking about Dino? It was simple. I can't argue with him. His facts. I can't argue with his facts. The only thing I can say is the one idea of being negative on a regular basis and not just calling it quits and doing something else, that's what I was calling out. DoorDash to me is not as bad as it is for him, but you're all putting everybody in the same fucking shoes and then putting the shoes in the same fucking closet and getting pissed off at them when you disagree with them. I wasn't disagreeing with what Dino said. I was disagreeing with his attitude, and his attitude is piss poor at best. That's what I had a hard time with. Because I'm like, if you ain't got a solution, what the fuck are you doing this for? You're not going to change DoorDash, bro. Ever. You're only going to change you. You're the only one you can change. You can't change Flex. You can't change me. You can't change DoorDash. You can't change how long the red light lasts at an intersection. So, drive a different way. Find different friends. Find a different forum. Find a different app. That's what I was saying to Dino. That's all water under the bridge. This one's on you, Flex. Prick. So I am here now to say that all the facts that Flex has are wrong. Putrid at best. Really ugly. And I had to speak my mind about that after taking a few weeks off because I wanted to make sure when I came back that I came back correctly. Explain myself, even the children, the lounge. So I think I got that right because I've seen these guys backstab each other on a left and right basis. And oh my God, the fact that they're actually all compadres on the lounge and then they make their lives separately and they make their videos and their shorts separately and they cut each other at the kneecaps. I'm like, either that's drama or cutthroat. Last time I checked on the lounge, they don't like either one of those things. Drama or cutthroat. But yet that's the fucking theme of the lounge, man. Watch that beehive. You are going to get stung. What I mean by stung is you're going to wonder why you wasted so much time with that bullshit. So for the last time, Flex, I would like to pronounce myself anti-stupidity. You said I'm not ever coming back to the lounge. You said I was no longer welcome in the lounge. Well, Mr. Flex, I wouldn't go back into your lounge any more than I would allow your stupid-ass troll, numbnuts, cherry picker, to even talk about my wife in any way, shape, or form again. That kind. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's not adult. It doesn't represent anything positive. It doesn't represent any humor. And last of all, when a man has to attack another man's wife in any way, shape, or form, that man lost all battles by fucking default. You know what I mean by that? It's called a sucker punch, homie. Something the people in your lounge are very good at. They talk without knowing shit about what they're talking about. Yeah, I said them words. One more thing. Torp out.
Go ahead, Ghost. Go ahead. You go ahead.
All right. I know this has not have anything to do with what Twerp just said, but I'm at a Popeyes right now, and I've been waiting for this order. They told me that they didn't have any spicy chicken sandwiches, and then, they're going to make them now. Had the manager come out. Then I had a employee come to the window, high as F-U-C-K.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "What you watching? What you watching?" because he heard Torp talking on the phone. But yeah, this is ridiculous. That the manager had to push that employee away because he was on something.
He was on something, huh?
Oh yeah, he was high as a kite. He could barely even talk.
Damn.
And this is at a Popeyes here in Collierville, Tennessee. Rev knows where I'm at.
Well, the Popeyes, it seems like Popeyes always has an issue, and that's crazy right there.
But
now we heard Torp just go off, right? And
yes, sir.
What you feel about how he finished off his thing?
Well, I mean, I think he finished very, very well. And you know, he has a little bit of anger built up, and he'll have to deal with that on himself on his own time. But do I think that his anger was warranted? Yes. Do I think it's necessary? No. But he's telling it how it is. No, I'm good, love. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Be safe out there. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. But no, I think Twerp's 100% on what, you know, why he took his channel offline and then why he brought it back online and whatnot.
Yep. Well, man, he sounded off, and he had some stuff to say right there, and whew. Hopefully they stop picking on him. I think they're gonna stop doing all of that simply because of what Flex did with me. He made on his community post, instead of doing videos, he told me to go F my wife, but he didn't say what he told Torp, that I'll F your wife and I'll do this and that. He told me to go F my wife. And by him saying that, he's changed his words because he knows that you cannot say those things. So yeah, that lets me know that he knows it's wrong.
Well, the only thing that I can say to Mr. Flex is choose your words wisely, because you might come across that wrong person that might actually drive up there and do something, and you're not even going to know when it's going to happen. I'm not going to do it. I'm divorced. Okay. So I don't have a wife right now. But when you start bringing family and wives and husbands into the mix, there's no need for you to do that. If you have to do that, then that means you're just a little peewee of a peanut. That's it.
Right.
You're a little peewee of a peanut. You haven't even started to grow. Because if you have to bring people's families and wives and husbands and children, God forbid if he brings my children into it, yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'll drive to wherever he's at, and I'll knock on his front doorstep. And I'm not afraid to say that. But these gig tubers, stop making personal attacks against families, because it's unwarranted. Two, why? Unless you have a personal relationship with that spouse or the spouse's spouse. Three, don't do it.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
You know, do you want the police department to show up at your front door for threats being made against my spouse? If I had a spouse right now, do you want the police department to show up at your door and me suing you? Right. That can happen. That can happen.
That really can happen.
So stop all this nonsense. Let's get out here. Let's make our money. Let's all be friends. Let's share our knowledge, and let's do what we do. Stop all this bull crap and bullshit.
Right.
That's all I got to say. Stop all this bull crap. Stop all this bullshit. And that's for all the gig tubers out there. Stop all this stuff. It's ridiculous. Grow up. Put your big girl panties on and grow up.
Man, you ain't never lied. No, where is it at?
Now, I'm done fired up now.
No, I want to show this, and I'm trying to figure out what short it was. I'm trying to see when I watched it earlier that there is a sushi place in Japan, and what happened was they lost billions of dollars in their stock because there's people going in. They have the sushi conveyor belt, right? To where it just goes down that belt and you pick what you want.
Yeah.
And what happens is,
I think I know what restaurant you're talking about. It's like a little train that comes down and you pick up the dim sum or you pick up the chow mein or whatever.
Yeah, it just gives it to you like that, right? So what happens is the person, there's someone that's doing videos, and what they do is while all the food is going down the conveyor belt, he licks his fingers and touches all the sushi with his hands and stuff, and then they show him licking the soy sauce things and putting them down like it's a funny thing to do, like that's what you should be doing. And people are spending their money to go and eat in these places, and it's crazy that he actually did that.
In China, that dude would probably get thrown the book and get thrown to death.
Oh, found it. Here we go. I found it.
The value of Japan's top sushi chain, Sushiro, fell by 16.8 billion yen after videos of disturbing customer behavior went viral on TikTok. The footage shows a 17-year-old licking soy sauce bottles and cups and touching other customers' sushi with saliva on his hands. This destructive behavior has sent shockwaves through the industry. Could this be the end of conveyor belt sushi? The value of Japan's top sushi chain, Sushiro, fell by 16.
Now, Ghost, what you think about that?
Well, first off, he's a punk and a fool for doing that. Second, he needs to be punished by possibly affecting, you don't know what diseases he has and stuff like that. He's just doing it as a fun little thing to do.
Right.
Now, one, if I was that restaurant owner, one, he would be banned. Two, there'd be criminal charges come against him for tampering with food. And three, that's China. China government doesn't play. Okay.
No, that's in Japan.
Well, Japan government doesn't play. Okay, so he's facing a lot of criminal charges if he gets caught. His face is already on there, but I would ban him from any of those restaurants just because he thought it was funny.
Right.
Now, if we would do that at the restaurants that you pick up from, I pick up from, TFT picks up from, Flex picks up from, UDM picks up from, everybody, if we would do that, we would have a lawsuit on our hand.
Right.
If we were caught on camera, okay?
You're all the way right. Keep going. You all the way right.
And those people that do that, you might go get a Five Guys. I don't know if you guys got Five Guys there.
We got Five Guys. Keep talking, Ghost. I'm about to get my charger because I'm about to show y'all a funny video after you get done doing
Yeah,
your
that's
thing.
fine.
Keep going.
That's fine. But the Five Guys bags, they're not closed. They got one sticker on top. You can reach in there. You could grab some fries if you want to. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to contaminate. I'm not going to steal food. But there's people out there, drivers out there that are doing this. Oh, I can get 2, 3, 4, 5 fries out of this bag. They're not going to know a difference. Those people, it needs. How can I say this? These restaurants need to prepare and close these bags so us drivers cannot have that chance to get in to get a small bite to eat.
Staplers, staple the bags.
I carry a stapler with me. I carry a stapler with me. I staple those bags all the way shut. I had a customer said, "Why so many staples in my bag?" I said, "Ma'am," I said, "I picked the bag up. It wasn't closed properly, so I stapled it so your food is intact."
Right.
You know, common sense, if you're out here doing the right thing, that's what you're going to do. If you're out here doing it just to make a buck and get a gas tank full of gas and a drink or a bite to eat on the weekend, they don't have that mentality of us full-time drivers that are out here trying to make a living and doing it and sustaining our customer basis. You have to think about this.
Right.
Yes, we are independent drivers. We can sustain customers, and that comes from referrals. That comes from, when I say referrals, that comes from preferred driver. That comes
Right.
from preferred driver for the customer. If you want to make money out here, do the right thing, and you will make the money, and you won't have any heartache at all. You won't have to have any issues arise going to pick an order up. Yeah, I had a little issue tonight, Papa John's. I took care of it. That's fine. I called the customer, let them know. But she said, "Thank you so much for calling me because I didn't want to wait 2 hours for my pizza."
Oh yeah. They don't
You
want
know, it's the simple things that we do that will actually sustain us.
If you drop
And
off a pizza 2 hours late, don't you people, I don't know if you are smart. If any person drops off a pizza 2 hours late, the driver is getting dinged. You gotta call and break it down so they can cancel that themselves. We ain't gonna do that.
so that's what I did. I called the customer and let them know what was going on. And she was very apologetic. She goes, "I'm so sorry you had to wait so long at the restaurant." And I was already there for 45 minutes.
Man, you did the right thing. Well, Ghost,
But
I'm
the
gonna
thing
do it
is,
like
but
this. Go
but
ahead.
thing is, that lady remembers. She will remember my name. And if I
She
get
gonna
her
remember,
again,
she gonna remember your name and everything, and you go get some extra.
you know, it's one of those. It's customer relations. If you don't have customer relations, and if you're not transparent on what you're doing, we are 1099 employees. We are 1099 contractors.
And they talk
If
about transparency.
you do not let that customer know what is going on with their order, their hard-earned money that they just spent, if you do not communicate, then guess what? You will probably not get an order from them again, or you will get rated a 1-star or a thumbs down from that customer.
Yeah. And people don't even know that if you get a rating like that, they'll keep you out of a certain area too. So I don't know if you guys even know about that, but I don't want to drop too many drills on you guys. I'm not supposed to be giving up that information right there. You're supposed to know how to
That's fine. I'll stop there, but I've got a lot of information.
Now I'm about to lighten up the mood. On my Instagram, my cousin sent me this video of this dude in the 80s rapping. So we're going to watch it right now because this is hilarious.
Yes, sir. I love me some 80s rap.
That man's nasty. Like battery action. I'm just an old player from off the block. I get the black girls dick and the white girls cock. I brought the Chinese girl a brand new wok. I love Maria cause she making tamales real hot. On the microphone, I'm the best you heard, cause I'm social poet with the voids and waves. And if I smoke a nickel bag of the herb, you get scuffed like a white wall on the clay. Your beats ain't banging, your rhymes is whack. You pretty Tony, I'm the Mac. When you rap, you don't even like to shit yourself. So take the microphone, boy, and stick yourself. I get high as a rooftop, sound like a shoe shop. Nominated Pimp of the Year, nigga, you not. I got the juice, that's word to Tupac. And all you got coming from me is a boof out. Disrespect, that's what you're not gonna do. Put a foot up in your ass with an all-white shoe. We ain't friends, so let's not pretend that this razor won't become JD's.
I had to put that on because my favorite line was, he was like, he liked Maria because she made tamales real hot. And I was like, oh, but did you see his shiny gold shoes when he was doing his step? But I had to show it because he had a boom box right behind him on the stairs. Who dresses like that? That's somebody uncle. That's somebody uncle floating around the internet 35 years later. That's somebody uncle floating around the internet 35 years later. And I thought that was hilarious right there. But did you hear his main line? He said, you talking and all you gonna get is a boot bop. He talking about people. He said you disrespecting him. He was so nice and calm on the mic. He said you gonna get hit in the face. And then he pulled out a razor and told you he gonna cut you. Oh, I don't think y'all heard that. You know what? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it again.
That man's nasty. Like battery action. I'm just an old player from off the block. I get the black girls dick and the white girls cock. I brought the Chinese girl a brand new wok. I love Maria cause she making tamales real hot. On the microphone, I'm the best you heard, cause I'm social poet with the voids and waves. And if I smoke a nickel bag of the herb, you get scuffed like a white wall on the clay. Your beats ain't banging, your rhymes is whack. You pretty Tony, I'm the Mac. When you rap, you don't even like to shit yourself. So take the microphone, boy, and stick yourself. I get high as a rooftop, sound like a shoe shop. Nominated Pimp of the Year, nigga, you not. I got the juice, that's word to Tupac. And all you got coming from me is a boof out. Disrespect, that's what you're not gonna do. Put a foot up in your ass with an all-white shoe. We ain't friends, so let's not pretend that this race.
He said, disrespect me is what you not gonna do. He said he gonna stick his all-white shoe up your butt. I don't think y'all heard that. People, we gotta listen. Listen. He said you gonna get a boot bot. People, you gotta listen to this. People, this dude is dropping bars on you. He dropping, but look at his outfit. We gotta hear it again. This is hilarious.
That man's nasty. Like battery action. I'm just an old player from off the block. I get the black girls dick and the white girls cock. I brought the Chinese girl a brand new wok. I love Maria cause she making tamales real hot. On the microphone, I'm the best you heard, cause I'm social poet with the voids and waves. And if I smoke a nickel bag of the herb, you get scuffed like a white wall on the clay. Your beats ain't banging, your rhymes is whack. You pretty Tony, I'm the Mac. When you rap, you don't even like to shit yourself. So take the microphone, boy, and stick yourself. I get high as a rooftop, sound like a shoe shop. Nominated Pimp of the Year, nigga, you not. I got the juice, that's word to Tupac. And all you got coming from me is a boof out. Disrespect, that's what you're not gonna do. Put a foot up in your ass with an all-white shoe. We ain't friends, so let's not pretend that this razor won't become JD.
This dude is cold. This dude is cold. This dude is cold as I don't know what. Look at his outfit. This is like 1985. This is like 1985. This dude is cold as I don't know what. He said, I'm going to stick my foot in your butt with the white shoe. Because he know he gonna see the brownness coming on his shoe. Because he's sticking it up your butt. This is hilarious. I think this dude is hilarious. This dude is hilarious. Oh my goodness. I almost want to play it again right there because this dude is hilarious. Whoo! Gee whiz. I'm gonna take him down. Let me see. I gotta read a statement from Cody because he replied to one of my videos with the news doing a thing with the DoorDash driver that were stealing the food. And I'm gonna read what Cody wrote. And this is Cody from Alaska, okay, Guns and Gear. I'm gonna read his whole statement. And this is because the drivers went in and they were taking orders outside of their own orders. Okay. Cody says, walking into an establishment with the intent to commit a crime is burglary. If the driver walked in to pick up a legitimate order and then was suddenly presented with the opportunity to take an order, in addition, without intent of stealing when they walked in, it may just be simple theft. To nail them with the big charge, intent to steal prior to entering would have to be proven. Are you guys listening? Okay. They can just simply say they had a stacked order and then DoorDash glitched or it was canceled. The state is not likely to be successful filing a subpoena for DoorDash dispatch records. The best hope for conviction is likely the state scares the defendant enough to make them agree to a plea bargain. The end. That is a real statement right there. And that's real. So no matter what can happen, these restaurants are going to be losing money because people are stealing unless you do a system and like the Rising Biscuit, or you do it like Little Caesars, where you have to punch in the code from the order to take your order out. As long as more companies do not do this, they will lose money. And yeah. What you gotta say about that, Ghost? Hit the button.
I'm out here in the sticks in the country. I didn't hear anything that was going on. I had an order to take care of on Grubhub.
All right, so this has to do with the people, the DoorDash drivers stealing the orders from the restaurants, from the news clip that I put up from CBS.
Okay, so that right there, I think that might have been a small media play for that restaurant. But my observance from restaurants around here, it happens all the time. And yes, DoorDashers can go in there and just flash their phone. The restaurants are not going to even look at the customer's phone to see what order they have. You can go in there, you can take an order all day long. Now, we have to start instilling the information to these restaurants, to these restaurant managers, what's going on to protect ourselves. If we do not do that, we're a fool.
Okay, so let me read to you what Cody said, Alaska Guns and Gear. This was his comment on the video. Let me read this to you, and let me see how you feel about this. Okay. All right. So Cody says, walking into an establishment with the intent to commit a crime is burglary. If the driver walked in to pick up a legitimate order and then was suddenly presented with the opportunity to take an order, in addition, without intent of stealing when they walked in, it may just be simple theft. To nail them with the big charge, intent to steal prior to entering would have to be proven. They can just simply say they had a stack order and then DoorDash glitched or it was canceled. The state is not likely to be successful filing a subpoena for DoorDash dispatch records. The best hope for conviction is likely the state scares the defendant enough to make them agree to a plea bargain. How do you feel about that?
Okay, with you saying all that,
No, that's what Cody said.
Yeah. With Cody saying that, I understand it to an extent, but if you have a live order, you're able to hit confirm pickup on that live order. If you have a double stack order and somebody canceled their order from DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, whatever app, it's going to disappear from your phone. You can take a screenshot of that and just show them, hey, look, I have this order. Okay. But if you cannot confirm that order and it goes to the delivery screen, then those restaurants need to be held accountable because they're not doing what's in the contract, what they're supposed to be doing. Now,
I got you.
Somebody can go in there and say, hey, look, I got a double stack order and pick up 2 orders. Well, they could have walked in and there's 5 orders sitting there. Okay. So they could get their order and say, then look at the ticket on the next order and be like, oh, I got Samantha G. Can you confirm that? Oh, well, no, there's something happening with the app. I can't confirm it.
Right.
Then that restaurant is held liable, not the consumer, not the person that's picking the order up. Now, that person that is picking up a false order, yes. Do they need to be held to the highest criminal state of petty theft? Yes. If it's anything under $699, it'll go to civil court. If it's anything over $700, that's considered felony theft.
I beg to differ. I know someone personally that had to go to jail for 8 days.
I mean, that's Tennessee and Mississippi law.
Well, no. But check this out. I know someone personally that had to go to jail for like 7 days for 1 Hot Pocket. Not even the double pack. For 1 Hot Pocket.
But the thing is, theft is theft. I don't care if it's misdemeanor theft. I don't care if it's felony theft. Theft is theft. If you know that you're not picking that order up for somebody and going to deliver it, you're thieving. You're a thief, and you need to be punished by law.
All right. That's what it is right there. Coming from Ghost, that's what he feels about that. Well,
punished by law. I'm sorry. You want to steal something from my family? Get everything I can. I will give.
Well, the restaurant owner did say that.
And it doesn't matter if it's cheeseburgers or.
Yeah, Ghost just went blank. Well, I was gonna say this, Ghost, because you're going through on them areas. The owner did say we can afford to make the orders again. So if they cannot afford to make the orders again, then they're losing money.
Okay, so if the restaurant cannot afford to make an order again, that tells me that was probably a small restaurant, a small mom and pop joint, and they have their books so tight. But what is that restaurant doing to prevent that from happening? They're not doing anything.
Exactly. And that's why I like you guys have at the Rising Biscuit down there. They have the cubicles and they're in there to make sure that the order is going to the right driver. This is what more of the restaurants are going to have to do.
Yeah, well, it's like I know the owner of, the main manager of Rise. Okay, I'm on a first name basis with them. We talk Every time I come in, we talk. He's a cool guy.
You talking about
Rob? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good friends with Rob. I have his phone number. I can give you his phone number right now if you want me to.
No, go with the story. Stop it.
What I'm saying is these restaurants need to hold the drivers accountable. They're not doing that in our area. They put the orders out and whoever takes it, takes it. Like right now, I could probably drive to a restaurant and pick up 4 or 5 orders. Have my phone in my hand.
Nobody watching you walk in there. They just gonna be gone.
They're not paying attention. They put the orders out on the shelf and that's it.
See, that shelf thing that's how these places are losing money with the shelf. Confirmation and everything is the only way to go, and it's the only way to make the business go better. That is the only thing to do. They got to stop putting it out there on the shelf. And as a convenience, as a driver, we like to just go pick it up, but that's only if you are a righteous driver. If you are a scumbag, it's not a great thing to do. We've been on for 2 hours and 36 minutes, Ghost. Leave these people with some final words.
All right. The only thing that I can say is if you're a real, true driver, does not matter if that order is sitting on a shelf. You're going to show your phone and you're going to confirm your pickup with an employee and get their name. CYA, cover your ass.
All right.
Now, all of this GigTube stuff, stop it. Stop all this bull crap. Stop all this bantering. Stop all of this. I'm going to do this to your wife. I'm going to do this to your husband. Stop all this crap. Y'all are going to watch this. Stop it. It's not getting anybody anywhere but just heated.
Oh.
Stop it. We're all out here to do the same thing. We're all out here to make money, to provide for ourselves. We're all out here to make money, to survive and pay our bills. Why all this banter back and forth? Grow up, grow a pair of balls. If you're a woman, grow up, put your big girl panties on. And I said it.
Ooh, he said, and I said it. And man, Charles Barkley would tell y'all about San Antonio, but I'm gonna just leave that there. Now, I'm just gonna end it with this right here. People, I know I brought up a controversial topic and question. I called out every single Black content creator that is out there to try to ask their community this question. I would like to hear what the people think. I would like to hear from people that are, and I'm going to say it again in case people don't understand what I'm talking about, people that are not the same color as me, meaning that if they say racially, if they call you black, Negro, nigger, nigger, coon, porch monkey, if they call you all of that, if you are someone that they do not call that, will you and do you take advantage of not only Black History Month, because it's a whole month, do you take advantage of all the holidays that go out there? But I'm issuing this out there as a challenge for especially every single Black content creator who is doing something out there, especially in the gig world. This is a question that most people have in their head. Do Black people make more money as of tips during Black History Month? I hope that you guys do venture in this and you guys do not forget that this is our month and it gives us the opportunity to speak on this and to get it out there. This is something that if we don't hear, this is a question that is so controversial and so touchy that they probably don't even want to touch on it. But you need to be able to do this. And Geezer, I really want to send this out to you to see what your answer is on this. And also UDM, get Econ Don. DoorDash Diaries, Bentley Coupe. Hannibal is hungry. The DoorDash Revolution, Geezer, the rideshare hustler. Counting currency with Cordell, Cars and Cribs, Dashing Trader, Yost Malone, DoorDash, Coupon Granny. I'm talking about everybody out there. This question goes out to all you guys to see how afraid are you to talk about your blackness and to see if this really happens. It is Black History Month. Let's see what really happens. This question is coming, and this thing is coming from Hot Facts to all the rest of you. And Ghost got up here and answered as a white man, and he was not afraid. TFT got up here as a white man and was not afraid to answer the question. This goes out to the people out there. Do you think, people, it's something to put out there, and I know that I'm not the only person that has thought about this. Do Black people make more money in tips during Black History Month? And do other drivers also make more money in tips? Because they're not going to do no tip, no trip, because they're going to see someone's name. And if they see someone's name, are they going to treat them a little bit different? These are two questions that I really wish everyone really answers out there. And we out of here like Chuck Woolery, people, and 2 and 2. We ain't even doing no theme music. And justice for who? Ghost? Justice for who?
Tyree Nichols.
Justice for Tyree Nichols. We out of here, people.